Hey, this is Stephen Sneeden with Sony at the CES booth, and we've announced some really great accessories in addition to the smartphones that we've been talking about. And one of those is called a SmartBand, and it's part of our wearable technology strategy. And actually the SmartBand is a little bit of a misnomer because really the heart of it, what's called the core, is removable. So this gives us a lot of ideas of what we can do with this, with all different kinds of bands and designs, and not even bands, but I mean you could wear it on a pendant perhaps, or in a foot pod, other ways of wearing it. So the flexibility gives us a lot of ideas, but also the fact that you have life logging capability in tandem with the smartphone makes it more versatile and functional than some of the other devices that you've seen that simply do fitness tracking, like your steps and your sleep patterns. And this of course will do this, but when you're using it in tandem with the smartphone, you have other notifications and other sensing technologies that you can take advantage of. So for example, if you take pictures during the day, that's going to record it as part of your journal and your life logging, your social media interactions, what the weather was like during the day, and not only how you've moved by your feet with running and walking, but if you get in the car or if you take a train, it's going to record that as well. So a much more comprehensive spectrum of what you've done with your days. So you can look back and see how you spent your time and maybe plan your time a little bit better and set goals for yourself on what you want to do. It is waterproof. It's IP8 rating, so you can put it underwater down to a depth of almost 5 feet for a duration of almost 30 minutes. You have LED indicators for notifications. And also, speaking of the waterproof capability, the open micro USB jack is of course waterproof as well. So just a really neat little device that we use in tandem or separately, of course, from the smartphone, and it'll record certain data. But when you use it in tandem with the smartphone, you're using the life logging application. Like I said, that gives you a much more comprehensive spectrum of what's happening in your life. Then we have another piece of technology, something that maybe you think of as a little bit more traditional. It's a stereo Bluetooth headset. This is called the SBH80. So you think SBH maybe stands for stereo Bluetooth headset. And what I really love about this is the design. It's very comfortable, and you put it on the back of your neck here, and it really stays in place. It's very comfortable, but you jump up and down, or if you're running, it's going to stay in place for you. And you hardly notice that it's there until you want to use it, and you plop the earbuds in. It has really good audio quality. It has aptX, so optimizing the Bluetooth streaming technology to give you like a wireline audio quality, but over Bluetooth. And then you have HD voice capability as well. And like many of our devices, of course, the Core and the SBH80 have NFC embedded in them, so it's really easy to pair the devices to your smartphone. You've got really good battery time here on the SBH80 as well. If I recall properly, it's about 400 hours of standby. I might be conservative on that, but in your streaming audio time, it's going to give you up to 7 hours. And this is going to be selling, well, they said it's €99. I think translating that to US dollars, that's about $129 if my math is correct there. But we're going to see this starting to sell in March timing. It has some really neat controls there too. You know, we've seen the aluminum power buttons on our smartphones. Well, this is kind of an iconic statement for us. So you see the aluminum buttons there as well. But here it's going to be on one side the calling functions to answer and end the calls, and then you see you have volume buttons there too. And on the other side you have your music controls to play and pause the music and skip back and forth on tracks. And now if you look really closely there, you see you have two microphones because there is noise cancellation and echo cancellation in the SBH80 as well. So showing you some really cool technology. The next thing to look out for us, especially when we're talking about our smart wearables and the Core and the SmartBand and what we're going to be doing with that, stay tuned looking ahead in February to Mobile World Congress. We're going to really play that out for you. Right now it's just a teaser here at CES. Thanks a lot. This is Stephen Sneeden at Sony at CES.